Hey there, it's Dave Dubeau with another episode of the Property Profits Real Estate Podcast. And today we've got a special investor spotlight interview with our friend, David Sorel, who is a real estate entrepreneur originally from a very exotic place for us Canadians. He's originally from Martinique in the Caribbean. And he came to Canada with his lovely wife and their family a number of years ago, settled down in Quebec, first of all, and more recently moved out west to beautiful British Columbia, where he and his family are living in the Okanagan, and they are investing in multifamily properties. So, David, welcome to the show.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
I am fantastic. So, David, let's start back at the beginning. Have you always been interested in real estate as an investment, or when did you first kind of understand the power of real estate?
So actually, I had some kind of interest in real estate, but it wasn't my first investment source of investment.
Uh-huh.
And finally,
what did you try before you got into real estate? What kind of things did you do?
So for the past 20 years, we've been involved in different types of business or investments, stock markets. We've been business owners, and so we've learned a lot. But actually, what we found is that with the COVID and all that stuff, we were looking for something more reliable and sustainable as an investment. And so what we figured out is that no matter the crisis, or you can live without a car, without a job, you can wear a mask and stop socializing, but fact is that you will always need a house for you and your family. So that's the reason why we moved to real estate. It exists since human beings apparition, and having a house will always be an essential need. So we learned from previous experience that to be sustainable as a business, you need to address an essential need. So you can never run out of business. That's why we moved to real estate investment.
That makes a lot of sense, David. So, I mean, you tried different things and you tried different kinds of investments and stocks and whatnot. But yeah, you're so right. I mean, it doesn't really matter what's going on with the economy. Everybody needs a roof over their head. One of the advantages, I think, with what you guys are doing with multifamily properties is that when times are good, people are coming into the area, they need a place to live. So they're going to be renting an apartment or a suite in a building. And when times are not so good, unfortunately, people are having to downsize from their houses. They still need somewhere to live. So they're probably going to be living in an apartment or something like that. So that's one of the nice things about multifamily properties is when times are good, it's good. And when times are bad, it can still be good for you as a landlord. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Exactly. As you mentioned, when times are good, everything is fine, for all kinds of investment. But you know what? Actually, when you have bad times, what is fantastic with real estate is that you just get paid for waiting for your investment to increase, to keep up and increase in value. So that's really interesting.
Now, another thing I wanted to ask you about, David, because you've got experience investing in stocks and other kinds of assets, what is your opinion about real estate from the control point of view? Like, what do you think about real estate as far as how much you can control with this investment versus investing in a stock or bonds or mutual funds?
So what is great with real estate is that with stocks and with stock you have no control at all. Yeah. It's there is no real assets. It's just kind of magic numbers. It's just regarding the humor of the card. So you have no control on the card and the news and all that stuff. With real estate, we are talking about a real asset. So the advantage of it is that, it's kind of a protection against inflation, and actually, even if it goes down, at some point it won't just fall, and it will always go back up and even increase in value. So this is what is interesting. And as we mentioned before, one of the main things is about the fact that whatever happens with our long-term strategy, even if the market goes down, we will even make more money because the rent will go up with more people looking for a rental. So that's why it's so interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like everything, the real estate market is cyclical. It has ups and downs, but generally, like you said, over time, it's always going up. So it's a very good hedge against inflation. And like you've touched upon, it really is a basic human necessity. And with a good real estate property, you have so much more control over this asset. You control what you buy, where you buy it, to a certain degree, how you buy it, how much you pay for it. You can negotiate those kind of things. You control what you do with it once you've purchased it, who you get in as renters, how you manage the property, how you refinance it, or what your exit strategy is going to be. So there's lots of different ways that you can exercise more control over that asset. Yeah, very, very smart. So, and I love the fact that, this has been a progression for you, because over the last 20 years, you've tried different things. You've been involved in different businesses. You've been involved in different investments, and real estate has just really kind of come front and center as the obvious choice for you. So let's talk a little bit about, because there's all sorts of different ways that people can invest in real estate. I mean, most people, when they think about real estate investing, they think about the HGTV television shows, Flip This House and all that kind of stuff. You're not doing that. You're focusing on, small apartment type buildings, 6-plexes, 8-plexes, those kind of things. Why do you like that better than other kinds of real estate investing?
So the reason for that is that I have more control with this kind of investment. I can also add multiple sources of incomes. Okay. With a short-term strategy, you have to deal with the market. If the market is down when you are ready to sell, then you are in trouble. Yeah. And we don't want to be at risk. We want to have something that is sustainable, and for the long term, we are not shooting for just a one-shot deal. We want to last in the business, and what is interesting is that there are a lot of benefits, like with tax benefits and things like that. So it's a good way to invest our money and keep it safe. So for the long term, actually, I think that people should look at what wealthy people are doing, and even big companies or banks. What are they doing? When you put your money in a bank, they won't keep your money because they know that they are losing money. So what they will do is to invest your money in real estate. If the banks are taking your money to put it in real estate and for long term, because they are buying apartment buildings. So that's a good idea of what to look at for as an investment. If we go to the bank to ask them to lend you money, to invest in their stocks, they will laugh at you. But if you go to borrow money to invest in real estate and moreover in apartment building, it's a no-brainer for them, because there is an intrinsic value. What no matter what is the market is about or whatever, they know that they will recover that money.
Yeah, the banks are so comfortable investing it in the way of mortgages, for sure. No, that makes a lot of sense. Here's something I want to ask you, because you've got a kind of a unique perspective on investing in Canada, because you come from another country. You guys are first generation immigrants to Canada, and sometimes people in Canada don't realize the opportunities that we have. So from a new Canadian's perspective, why do you think Canada, especially Western Canada, is such a good place to invest?
So first of all, the economic system, the bank system is totally different from Europe. I come from France, so here you've got the opportunity to refinance your property. So what is interesting in our strategy is that we will buy a property with a potential of to increase the rent and increase the value. So we are forcing equity and then we will refinance the deal. And this will allow us to invest and grow our portfolio. You cannot do this in Europe. So that's fantastic.
So in Europe, you cannot refinance properties.
You cannot, you have to, you are just waiting to pay your mortgage down, and then you can reinvest when you've got that capacity. But you cannot just use the equity that you have in your property to reinvest. So this
you have to sell it to buy something different if you wanted to do something like that. You're locked in.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
That's very interesting, and why are we so interested in the market here in BC, in British Columbia, and moreover in the Okanagan Valley? It's just that market is crazy because everyone wants to come here in the Okanagan. We've got the beaches, we've got the mountains for the skiing and everything. We've got a strong economy that is really diversified. So so there is a need for labor. So a strong positive migration, and people are getting good wages, so they can pay the rent. So you are not struggling with people who cannot afford their rent. Mm-hmm. And moreover, there is a huge deficit in housing, moreover for the rental market. So what happened is that people are living in hotels. So that's crazy, when we arrived in the Okanagan, it took us 14 months. Wow. 14 months to find a house. We were just renting Airbnbs because this was the only option. And so people want to come here. People are coming from Alberta. People are coming from Vancouver because now they can work from home. So they want to be in a piece of paradise, And that's the reason why it's so interesting. This put a lot of pressure on the market. People cannot afford buying houses, so they are looking for rentals. And that's the reason why we provide them with quality rentals. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting. I love the perspective as well, because you've seen the value of lifestyle choices for where people want to live. And yeah, you're right. The Okanagan is kind of Canada's version of California, with the beaches, the skiing, the wineries, the lifestyle type stuff. Yeah, it's a very, very popular place. So David, what would you say when it comes to real estate investing? What is your competitive advantage, or as Robert Kiyosaki calls it, your unfair advantage? What's kind of David's, Sorel's secret sauce to real estate investing?
So that's an interesting one. So what we figured out is that buying a house or a condo it's easy, to rent it out. But real estate investing is not just about finding properties and buying properties, and it's really about a team. Actually, our strength is about the fact that we built our network. We've got a strong team of professionals that are who are reliable and who know about real estate. Because you can find, actually what is funny is that now that we have our network, then people will come to us to offer us properties. Yeah. And what we figured out is that I've been told about distressed properties, but actually the market is not about distressed properties. There are more distressed landlords, than distressed properties. The reason for that is that people don't realize that you need to rely on a strong team. You need a strong lawyer who know about real estate, because you need an accountant knowing about real estate, because they are investing in real estate. So they can understand it, and then you can be efficient. This is the difference between people who are failing in real estate and people who are having success.
Yeah, it's all about the team. Yeah, very, very well said, David. So now here's a question for you. Do you think real estate investing is for everyone? I mean, obviously you're a big fan. I'm a big fan of real estate, but do you think everybody should be investing in real estate?
Definitively not. The reason for that is that, real estate investing comes with a lot of liabilities. So you've got to deal with tenants. So you can have good tenants, but you have to deal also with bad tenants. You have to deal with maintenance. It's a 24/7 liability. So it's not like, you cannot say that today you want to be quiet and spend good time with your family and not answer a call from a tenant. Yeah. This doesn't work. So, but what, actually, even if it is not for everyone, I think that it's such a powerful investment that it's a total nonsense not to invest in real estate. Moreover, with our reality today. So that's the reason why actually we started our program of hassle-free real estate investing.
No, that makes sense. So real estate, being an active real estate investor, is definitely not for everyone. Not everyone is cut out to deal with all the tenants and toilets and termite issues that come with owning a property. However, real estate as an investment vehicle definitely should be considered by everyone, because you don't have to be an active investor to invest in real estate. You can partner up with somebody like yourself who's doing it actively, and you can be more of a passive partner. You can bring finances to the table, and the active partner can do all the work with that, and then you share the profits, and that makes a lot of sense. So fascinating stuff, David. I appreciate it. I really respect what you and your lovely wife, Crystal, have done, because it's not easy coming from another country, another culture, another language, moving to a new place, going into business for yourself, starting to invest, becoming a landlord, doing all of these things. Most Canadians, native-born Canadians don't do this. So the fact that you guys are doing so well with it just speaks volume to your motivation, to your drive, to your willingness to put in the work. So I congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, David. Well, our time is wrapping up. If people want to find out more about you and what you're up to with real estate investing, what should they do?
So you can go to our website, dcsorel.com, dcsorel.com. You can contact us by email, contact@dcsorel.com, easy peasy, or by phone, 514-627-9071.
Perfect. David, thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, take care, and talk to you on the next episode.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Well, hey there. Thanks for tuning into the Property Profits podcast. If you like this episode, that's great. Please go ahead and subscribe on iTunes. Give us a good review. That'd be awesome. I appreciate that. And if you're looking to attract investors and raise capital for your deals, then I'm going to invite you to get a complimentary copy of my newest book, right back there. There it is. The Money Partner Formula. You can get a PDF version at investorattractionbook.com. Again, investorattractionbook.com. Take care.